What's up, guys? I wanted to come to you today with another pattern of mine that's been out there for a little while. I call it the Hi-Def Baetis, and currently it's being produced by Montana Fly Company and available in shops. But this one is just a little change from what I've done in the past and from what I've had listed in the catalog. A little bit of change with like the hook and just a couple materials. So I'm going to get started here. Starting off with the Daiichi hook. It's an up-eye hook. It's very similar to the TMC JB01, but this is a size 18. And I'm starting with brown thread. Just going to get some thread on there. Going to get some tailing fibers, and I'm just using one of my favorites, which is the Coq de Leon Hen fiber for the tailing material. So I'm going to get that in, tie it down. And what I'm doing here is just tying in the tail. We're going to get the body started here just a little bit. I'm going to tie that down. That's all you need to do there. The body for this, it's a holographic material, and I do like to tie this one in brown. I also tie it red, blue, and black, and you can change the colors to meet your needs. So in this case we're going to tie brown. So this is brown medium holographic material. And in this case it's a Vivus material, so you can find whatever you can find and use that. But it's a medium size, the 1/32 inch wide. So make sure you don't get the large. You can make the small work for you, but medium works great. So I'm just putting on a little bit of super glue there, just so when I lay this down, it sticks to that and reinforces that holographic material. I'm just forming the body. Tie that off right there. And then I'm going to come back and start the Wingcase material. And this is Opal Mirage, again in the medium size. It's a nice, bright, reflective material used on wing cases. I will also go back to brown or go back to the black holographic material for the wing cases, depending on what I'm looking for. If I want a little flash, I'll put this on there. If I don't want flash on it, I will just go back to the black generally and just use that as the preferred wing case material. So on the original, I had fluorofiber legs, but on this one, I'm really digging this Montana Fly Company, the Midge body thread in black, and I use this on my Jedi Master, and I use it on my Slim Shady some, especially on the split backs. But this makes it nice and easy to tie this in and to get legs created. And it's nice and small, nice and thin. It's not as thick as the Vivus iris material. The iris material is a little bit thick and can get a little heavy sometimes for some of these legs. So I prefer this in black color for most of my flies. And you can mix and match. You can do other colors, but the black works good for me. So I just tied that in at the front, just like a set of antenna. And then I'm going to bring this back one or two wraps, bring this back one or two wraps, and get right behind the eye. Bring that forward, wrap that down a couple wraps, and then bring that back. So I'm just trying to cover that up. I'm going to hit it with epoxy on top or resin, so I don't need it to be lashed down too heavily. Snug that up and get rid of this thread. Clip that off and then get rid of your flash material here. So we should have legs to the side already pre-set for you, I guess you could say. And I'm just going to come here again with my bodkin and get some resin, UV resins. And I'm just going to lay that right up on top there and just kind of hit it and place it right there. I don't want it too heavy. I can take some off as needed. I just want to cover those with thread wraps up in that wing case. Once I'm done there, I use my infinity light, hit that, cure it for a few, make sure everything sets on that. So once we cure everything, my legs are needed to be trim, and once we do that, we're done. It's a very simple, easy pattern. What I like to do once I cut those is just come with a fingernail, just bounce that hook in the vise, and that spreads those legs out. So what you can see is you have a little bit of flash in there with the black crystal flash, and then there's some really thin fibers in it to represent the legs. So that's it. That's my Hi-Def Baetis. It's a pattern I've been fishing for years, and again, all you need to do is change the colors to match the insects. And this is a more maybe an attractor type pattern where you can fish it with red, you can fish it with blue, brown, black holographic material, whatever color you want, chartreuse or an olive color of some sort, yellow, whatever you want. You just change that tinsel and get the color that you want. So it's it's a little brighter pattern than some of my others. So, but tie those up, fish them. You can tie them from 18s, even 16s if you wanted to. This is an 18, 20, 22s. That's what I tie and fish these with. So this is again, this is the Daiichi hook that I'm using here. It's the 1140 model, and it has the up eye, and it changes that profile just a little bit. It's got a offset hook bend in it too, so that helps on the hooking portion of it. So appreciate your time. Thank you.